I broke up with my fiance 2 weeks before our wedding. 2 weeks before I was going to be walking down the aisle, he asked me what he was supposed to wear.
To your wedding, sir?
Has this person not seen a movie or a TV show about...
He's like, I got some, nice sweats. Is that good?
I got a black hoodie.
Check my
white
closet.
shirt.
He said, do you have a lint roller maybe?
Yeah.
This is good, right? What I'm wearing right now?
Why can't I wear jeans and a collared shirt? A collared shirt's nice. It has buttons.
I mean, business cash.
Welcome back to Delve Deck Stories. Today we have some unhinged stories from the internet. Our first story is from Pam, and it's what's the most difficult thing you've ever done from the original deck. I broke up with my fiance 2 weeks before our wedding.
Damn.
Do you think you could do that if you guys were about to be married or you got cold feet all of a sudden? Would you go through with it or would you chicken out?
I think if you found out something horrible, I think it really depends.
Yeah, I guess if it's more of a gut feeling. If
I
you
feel
have
like
just a gut feeling.
if you're cold feet, because I think you're basically ending not only the marriage but the relationship.
Yeah.
So those
hope
feet
that
are pretty cold.
Just hope that whatever money you put down, you're able to recoup some.
Probably
not much.
Most likely no.
Wow.
Better be worth it.
You're poor.
And
Most
that's-
expensive breakup you ever went through.
Things weren't perfect between us, but I grew up with parents who fought a lot, so I thought that was normal. Then, 2 weeks before I was going to be walking down the aisle, he asked me what he was supposed to wear.
To your wedding, sir?
Has this person not seen a movie or a TV show about...
He's like, I got some nice sweats. Is that good?
I got a black hoodie.
Check my
white
closet.
shirt.
He said, do you have a lint roller maybe?
Yeah.
This is good, right? What I'm wearing right now.
Why can't I wear jeans and a collared shirt? A collared shirt's nice. It has buttons.
I mean, business cash.
I was like, WTF, didn't you rent a tux? He was like, no, you didn't tell me to.
He's a mama's boy.
I was so confused how it was my responsibility to tell him he needed to get a tux and didn't understand how he was just now thinking about it. He started getting angry, saying it was my fault for not reminding him and accusing me of calling him stupid.
Okay, yeah, it's totally cool that you left.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. We ended up getting into one of the biggest fights of our relationship, and as we were going at it, I realized this was the future I was about to sign up for. I ended everything that night, and I'm so happy I didn't end up marrying him.
Yay! Every time a girl leaves a mediocre man, a fairy gets her wings back.
Yeah.
A baby is born.
Yeah. This is great reason to not marry someone and call off a wedding.
And you know that dude's walking around being she was just so picky. She just pulled out. She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's like, he didn't even know how to wipe his ass unless I told him through the door to do it. It's the only way he remembers.
Hey, sweetie, just remember to wipe.
Front to back, though.
Sweetie.
Front to back. Otherwise, it stays in the taint. Front to back.
Wait. Oh, sorry. You're supposed to wipe front to back?
In this episode of Gabe is getting a divorce next week.
Swear to God. Where's Sandra? Bring her on.
Call your wife. Call her right now.
I thought you just kind of just
Okay. We're moving on to the next story.
dab.
Next story.
Yeah,
Okay.
just dab.
No.
You guys wipe?
Wait.
Wait. Where do you put the toilet paper then?
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean?
You guys
I
don't
just
use one
stick it
square?
on and just let it marinate.
Yeah.
Just a lasagna.
Oh, I can
stuff.
smell a porta potty. Oh,
I mean,
disgusting. Stop.
you
We
just-
stop.
We have to move on. We have to go to our next story.
We did this to ourselves, but now we must move on.
Our next story is from Anonymous, and it's what is something you're still angry about from the original deck? A director tried to trick me into being in an adult film.
Fetch me their souls.
I moved to Los Angeles when I was 21 and very naive. I wanted to pursue acting and modeling and set up my casting profiles right away so I could start auditioning. Then I got an email from a guy who said he had seen my profile and liked my look.
Which, if I were 21 and new to LA, I'd be like,
yeah.
Yes.
It feels like, oh, this is how it happens.
Oh, I got
of
course I got scouted. Yeah.
It's just not how it happens.
No.
He was planning on making a feminist short film and wanted me to play the lead. I was ecstatic. Today, I would never fall for something like that, but I was young and dumb and thought, why wouldn't a director randomly reach out to me?
We've all been there.
You know what? I love that confidence.
I really, same with me when I got here. I was what do you mean? I have to,
I have to audition?
Yeah.
I loved auditions because I was like, the answer to your prayers is here. And then I don't book. So really humbling.
The dream of believing that you can be found or would be found, I think that's what makes Hollywood or LA like so, I mean, insane too, right?
Yes.
People live on this delusion that they're going to be found at any moment, but they still keep going to do it.
But I do think that there's
No, it's all of us. It's all of us here.
We're all delusional.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's like,
Who's all?
yeah.
Who's all?
You need a healthy bit of delusion.
Yeah.
To do
this.
to do this. I think that it also doesn't help that like some people do have this story.
Yes, Pamela Anderson being
Charlize Theron was discovered at like a bank.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She was discovered at a bank, and like that's how her manager found her.
Yeah. He just saw her at a bank.
He was like, I love your look. You're hot.
That was
the way
when
you
it was.
talk.
I feel like it was a lot easier back then, though.
Yeah. I mean, I was even having a discussion the other week somewhere. I was saying that people who were in movies and TV shows prior to 2000 and maybe early 2000s, and even music as well, are able or were able to make a living versus now, where it's like you could be one of the people on like the main cast and still driving for Uber or doing DoorDash.
Oh, totally. Everything's hell.
We're having a really good time.
All right, let's find out.
Just because you see people on a TV show doesn't mean they're
poor
rich and famous. But we're not poor.
We had a phone call and he explained that the movie was going to be about the Me Too movement, but it would be a totally silent, artsy film. It's going to be very physical. You'll be doing a lot of acting with your eyes, he kept telling me.
And your hands.
To disguise this as a feminist film is really gross.
It is.
That's like insane psychotic behavior.
Yeah.
It was like, in order to get or to understand the role, you've got to participate in the movement.
I agreed to do the film. There was no audition because he said he knew I was the right person for the role. And then I was given my call time. I showed up to the set, which was just some dingy hotel in Hollywood.
Okay.
All these quotes are major red flags.
There was no one else there except for him. He told me it was going to be low budget, but this was starting to set off alarm bells in my head. He showed me the costume he wanted me to wear, which was just some lingerie. I started asking questions about what I'd be doing, something I should have done before getting there, and he said he was imagining that I'd be tied to the bed.
This is a serial killer thing. This is very much true crime.
Yeah. Don't go into random hotel rooms with random men. Being tied up will represent the patriarchy holding women back, he said.
He's performative male 101.
God, this man is awful.
Masterclass.
Now I was positive I had made a huge mistake and was about to be either in a porno or a snuff film. Maybe both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Either way, I wasn't interested. I told him I had to take a phone call and got out of there as quickly as possible. I was worried I was going to have to deal with angry emails or phone calls from him, but luckily he never tried contacting me ever again.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned, but also that guy.
Yeah, no, this guy is awful.
We should run him over. With
He's a creep.
Yeah, everything about that's disgusting.
And maybe, hopefully.
And unfortunately, a thing that happens to a lot of women.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
happened. Yeah, it happened to me when I was. I mean, I didn't get taken to a hotel room, but I definitely like was meeting a person who wanted to like represent me, and I paid them $200, and I was like, okay, cool. I didn't know at the time. I was 19. I moved here alone, nobody, no friends, no money, nothing. And they were like, yes, we'll get you in all these studios, whatever. And it was like cool at first. And I was like, okay, yeah, like maybe this is actually it. And then he's like, let me take you out to lunch. We can talk about your career. I was like, okay, cool. And then he started calling me like baby, sweetie, kitten. And I was like, that's not my name. And then he called me entitled for thinking he was hitting on me. Meanwhile, he's like, like touching the shoulder. And I was like, okay,
Gross.
no.
Yeah.
I literally was like, if you can't call me by my name, we are not working together. And he said, okay, Ashley, whatever. And then like later was trying to get me to show up to this set. And he's like, I need you to call out of work and show up. And I was like, respectfully, no. He's like, I'm not paying you to be a barista. I'm like, you're not paying me at all. Like,
No.
what? I said, lose my number. Never heard from him again until I was on a TikTok live stream like 3 years ago. And he was like, oh, you remember me? We used to work together. I was like, who the f*** is it? Oh, he's like a high-key scammer.
Crazy that he would show up
And think I would be
Yeah.
excited to hear
Yeah.
from you? I don't even
No,
remember
thank
his
you.
name. Otherwise, I would have blacklisted you. Like, I would have put your name, face, address, social security, working IMDb, band name, all of it. But I don't remember it.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
And that's because he's mediocre.
Okay.
Our next story is from Olivia, and it's what is something you're still angry about from the original deck. I made a huge scene on a plane because a man put his hand on me. Yeah.
Scene away. Action.
I was 16 and flying from Portland to San Diego because my parents are divorced and I was going to spend the summer with my dad. I nodded off on the flight and was woken up because the man sitting next to me was touching my thigh. I flew into a rage and swatted his hand away and started screaming at him and cursing him out. Everyone was staring, and the flight attendants came over to see what was going on. I told them this pervert touched my thigh while I was sleeping, but the guy acted like he had no idea what I was talking about, so it was my word against his. I was so pissed off. This guy was probably my dad's age.
Gross.
Why would you do that? It's so... What is wrong?
Also,
What is
like,
wrong?
no offense to any, like, I mean, there's no offense to be taken from this, but I would always believe a young woman traveling over a smarmy man.
Yeah.
So, to the flight attendants, if you didn't take her word, that would have been a lawsuit. I would have called HR. I would have been suing. I would have literally been like, oh, I would have gone to the nth degree.
Yeah. The flight attendants found me a new seat elsewhere on the plane, thank goodness. But I was still seething when we landed and screamed at my dad about it as soon as I saw him. My dad was pissed off too. I am still mad thinking about it years later. This pervert should not have been touching anyone, much less a child. I wish I had full on beaten his ass. That's what he deserved. I wish, your dad had been like, point him out to me.
I do too. I was like, he's picking you up at the same airport, or did he have a connecting flight? Or I literally would have, like, I don't know, I would have followed him to his next gate, like, and been like, hey, just so you know, this man is inappropriately touching people.
Creep. You touch children.
Yeah, I mean, follow him around and
touch kids.
bring public shaming back.
Yeah.
Bring it back. I mean, you can't do anything about it now, but next time.
Yeah.
Our next story is from Elizabeth, and it's What's Your Not My Proudest Moment story from the venting deck. Getting chlamydia in my 70s was pretty damn embarrassing.
Thought it was going to say exciting.
Hell
and I was
yeah,
like,
G-Ma.
I get it, girl, Elizabeth.
Oh, it's Elizabeth.
But that's
Yeah.
fine. Beverly.
Barbara, Marjorie, Wilma.
I am a widow and have not dated in 50 years.
You poor thing. She got her heart broken at 20 and never loved again.
Yeah. Well,
Well, she was with the guy
for 50 years.
for 50 years.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Dude, they were slamming damn a ding dong while they were married together for 50 years.
okay.
And then she got out and she was like, girl, gotta get some.
Okay. That makes
And then
sense.
she
Yeah.
got the chlamydia.
I thought she, like, lost the love of her life at 20.
20,
and I was
Oh,
like, that's so
for 50
sad.
years
And then
was
the
like
30 years-
celibate.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then chlamydia.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's her husband up above being like, no,
No.
get away from her.
Friends were encouraging me to get back out there and find some male companionship. I met a man my age on a dating app, and I guess I was hornier than I thought because we ended up going back to my house and having sex.
Woo, choo choo.
Hell yeah, girl, get it. It was so spontaneous, and we didn't have protection, but I thought I could chance it since it's not like I can get pregnant. This is why STDs are rampant at nursing homes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they
Big thing.
Dude, they all
Big
over.
problem.
Yeah. What else do? You play bingo, you eat,
play
you go
bingo,
outside, you fuck. Let's play some shuffleboard, and then like they don't have Netflix and
Like,
chill.
yeah, baby, you bend those brittle legs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about
It's like
it.
bingo and chill.
Whoever gets 3 in a row first gets to see my holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
B36. Oh.
Have you? Yeah. Anyway.
Moving on.
I like volunteered at a assisted living place, and I feel like there were like certain people who were obviously like the hot ones, and like had like tons of like people like fawning over them and stuff.
I'm gonna be a hot one.
You will be.
Ew.
I started noticing symptoms a couple weeks later and went to my doctor, who diagnosed and treated me. I was so humiliated, but my doctor was like, actually, this isn't that unusual with your age group. This is why you've got to use condoms, even if you can't get pregnant. I felt like a stupid teenager. I should have known better. I messaged the man who gave it to me, trying to warn him to get to a doctor, and he blocked me. I think I'm done with dating apps now.
And then he died of chlamydia.
I feel like at least it was chlamydia. Like
untreated, I'm sure you can get very
untreated,
sick.
probably
Yeah.
get- and especially because that's like UTI symptoms, and those are really dangerous for older people. I don't really know why.
Like
but a lot of old people
it's
die
something
from
that
them.
it is a curable infection.
Is it the same medication that treats a UTI?
I think it might be.
Slay. Okay.
I don't know. People in the comments tell us. Is it?
Anyway, at least it was just chlamydia. You know, could have been worse. Treatable. Our next story is from Katie, and it's what's the pettiest thing you've done from the Deep Dive Beach Ball. I helped my ex-boyfriend's wife get alimony in their divorce.
Oh. Enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Yeah.
Girls supporting girls.
I like that. I dated this guy for a few months and then found out he was married and dumped him. I was really pissed off about the whole thing, stalked him online, figured out who his wife was, and sent her a message telling her everything. She was pissed off too and decided to leave him. I gave her all the evidence of the affair he had with me so she could use it to get alimony in the divorce, which she ended up getting in part thanks to the evidence I gave her about him cheating. He sent me a furious message about the whole thing, calling me a bitch and saying he hopes I enjoy dying alone. I just laughed and blocked him. Dude got what he deserved. Don't cheat on your wife.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty straightforward, bro. And to be like, oh, you're going to die alone sounds like projection.
I was going to say, it says the one getting a divorce because
Yeah.
he lost not one, but 2 beautiful, respectful women.
And who knows? There could have been more before that.
Oh, don't even get me. I saw a text exchange on TikTok. This girl was like posting a screen recording of her text. She had like seen this guy 1 or 2 times, like they whatever, and he was like, oh, I really want to pursue things with you. And then she finds out he's engaged, and literally just sends him a picture of him and his fiance back, and the crash out of all crash outs. Please don't burn it all down. Please don't burn it all down. Please, I just felt really a good connection with you. Blah 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 blah. And she's like, this crash out's insane. Sent it all to his fiance, and there you have it. Burn them all.
Just be happy with what you got, man. You know.
Or
And if
just
you're not happy,
leave.
yeah.
Like,
If you're
you
not
just
happy,
leave.
Better
then
to just leave.
It's
Yeah.
It's hard to have the conversation, but anyone would 100% rather be left than be cheated on.
yeah.
I don't know. Some people might be like, cheat on me, so I hate you so much I never think about you again. I'm one of them.
You're like, actually,
I thought about it. I go,
that. Pros and cons, pros and cons.
yeah, maybe don't take after me.
Our next story is from Anonymous, and it's what is something you want advice about from the original deck. My sister-in-law wouldn't let my daughter have a snack at her house.
She poor.
No, she's probably like an almond mom.
I am in an argument with my husband right now because I don't want his sister around our daughter anymore. He thinks I am overreacting. Last weekend, we were at his sister's house, and my 8-year-old daughter asked for a snack. My sister-in-law said, "Do you really need a snack?" And my daughter said, "Yeah, I'm hungry." My sister-in-law...
Yeah, that's why I said it, idiot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's why I asked.
Yeah.
She said, I like carrots and broccoli, and she goes, too many carbs.
My sister-in-law said, "Just go drink some water. We don't do snacks between meals in this house. That is how you end up fat."
That's not
At
true.
first, I was like, maybe she has her own kids and she just doesn't want to have to do the whole parent thing of, well, if I give one to you, I have to give it to everyone. But to end a sentence like that to a how old? 8-year-old?
8-year-old.
Punishable by death.
Because that kid's going to bring everything. You know, kids are just, they are just like echo. to what adults say. So like they're just gonna repeat it. So when that kid comes back to the house and then, you know, the mom's like, "Hey, do you want a snack?" And like, "No, snacks make you fat."
Yeah.
You know? And you're like, "Where do you hear that?"
From sister. This is a very good reason to. I would be like, all right, you don't get to see my child anymore. I'd be so protective of that.
Yeah, there's like no debate about that. You're not giving my kid body image issues before she even knows what her body is.
Yeah. I was appalled, and I could tell my daughter was offended. I made an excuse to leave, and as soon as we got home, I told my husband his sister's comment to our daughter was rude, and I don't want her around our child. My husband thinks we should just tell our daughter not to take her aunt's comments personally, and that it would be good for her to develop a thicker skin because the world isn't always nice. That's fair. Like, yes, but also you don't need that from... Like, the conversation that I would do would be a conversation with the sister
I
first.
would agree.
Yeah.
And be like, never speak...
To
never
my
say
child.
anything like that around my child ever again. Otherwise, you will never see her again.
Because, like, you want to start talking about appearances, you look like an old hag. Like, I 100% sit her down and be like, so I heard this comment. Do you want to explain yourself?
Yeah. I think our daughter doesn't need snide comments from her family, and I don't want her internalizing body shame from her rude aunt. Who is right? You. That's it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Case closed.
Our next story is from Anne Marie, and it's what's the worst gift you've ever received from the venting deck. My ex gave me his used dirty sweatshirt for Christmas after implying he was getting me jewelry I wanted.
What? That's not a gift. That's like a, hey, borrow this, or you like it so much you wear it all the time you can have it.
Something you can take without... You can just take that.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Also, I just want to know, was it wrapped in a gift, or did he just
Very
like take
likely
it off
no.
and was like,
you know the answer
babe,
to this question.
babe, I love you.
You know the answer to this question.
My ex dragged me all over to jewelry store after jewelry store to look specifically at blue topaz necklaces. He then wrapped up an old, dirty, stretched out sweatshirt of his, and that was what I got to unwrap at his family's Christmas gathering in front of everyone. There never was any jewelry gift. I asked why he dragged me all over to jewelry stores if he wasn't going to get me any gift. He said he did that so I wouldn't guess what my gift was.
That's bullshit. It's like that scene from Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gave the necklace to someone else.
Yeah.
What?
And then you're like, here's a CD or whatever it was, the gift.
Here's a CD.
And then his girl best friend walks in and greets the family and has this
she's
like
got the
dazzling
necklace
blue
on.
topaz murder.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail for murder.
Also, like, oh, I didn't want you to guess what it is. Jewelry isn't the thing you use as the... Also, the sweatshirt. What are we doing? I'm glad he's your ex. What a disaster of a person.
That's like
And now I'm dating his brother.
It. His dad become a stepmom. We're going big leagues now.
Ooh, wow, that would be quite
Current
the move.
state of this world, we're going big leagues only.
Our next story is from Anonymous, and it's What About You Sounds Made Up But Is True from the original deck. When I was in 4th grade, a boy spit gum into my hair, then said, "Good luck getting that out, freak."
What?
Okay.
That is some like...
He read the 1960s playbook for being a bully.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh my god! Like that's the type of thing that you'd be like, okay, this is like.
That's
fucking,
where you take
this
your
is Satan.
noggin and you stick it to his,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
say, "Now we're
That's
both
yours.
doing it."
Yeah. Good luck getting it out of my hair.
I uppercut punched him just below the ribs like my brother taught me.
Mm-hmm.
He doubled over gasping. A lady from the office walked over. She barely gave the boy a glance and told me to follow her. I figured I was in mega trouble, but she had me sit down in her chair, walked off, and came back with ice and peanut butter. She used the ice to chill the gum, then used the peanut oil to separate the gum from hair.
Wow.
Does that method actually work? I've always heard about it.
I've heard about peanut butter. I've never...
I've heard the ice and peanut butter, but I've obviously never had gum in my hair.
Should we try?
No.
You want to try?
No.
That's for the views.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
you want to try?
Okay, well, if this video gets 1 million likes,
Then we will put gum in Gabe's hair
Yeah.
and
we'll
see if this
strip
works.
it out with peanut oil.
so share this video.
Also, 1 million views. Everyone's like, I can't wait to see gum in
No.
Gabe's hair.
I said 1 million likes.
1 million likes.
But if we get 1 million views, sure, I'll do it then
All
too.
right.
Just a million anything.
Make it happen. She removed the gum without cutting any of my hair. At this point, I was very late for class. She wrote a note and said, "Give this to Mrs. Hopkins." When I got to class, I walked over and handed Mrs. Hopkins the note. She read it and then looked at me with the most empathetic eyes and asked, "Are you okay?" I said yes, and I went and sat down. No one said anything about what happened, but that boy stayed clear of me for the next 2.5 years.
As you should.
Nice.
Good. And I'm glad. I love those teachers just being like, "Nah, this kid sucks.
Yeah.
This kid sucks."
Not even to acknowledge. You are totally deserving of the pain that you've caused.
His parent comes in the next day. My child said he got sucker punched. She goes, "That didn't happen."
Yeah. Also, yeah, sucker punched. Nah, dude. That's just like
Earned it.
Our final story is from Grape Job Sammy, and it's, who is the worst person you've ever dated and what made them the worst, from the venting deck. He dumped me over a haircut.
And you lost some layers and like
all right,
150
whatever.
pounds.
I dated this guy in my early 20s who had the trappings of being a catch. He was good looking, outgoing, had a high paying job, and we had some shared interests. In hindsight, there were some indicators he was too controlling that I missed, but luckily he ended up dumping me.
You're like, "Oh no!
Oh,
Can you give me a
wow.
second? Just 1 second."
yeah. it's like Willy Wonka, where it's like, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's
Yeah.
like, no, wait, come back.
No, don't go.
Yeah, don't go.
It was early summer, and I knew I was going to spend a lot of time in the pool, so I decided to cut my hair short. I'd always wanted to try out short hair, and summer seemed like the perfect time to try it. As soon as he saw my new cut, he was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I cut my hair. You don't like it?" He was like, "No, not really."
Put it back. Put it back.
The rest of our date was pretty awkward and quiet, and about an hour after he dropped me off that night, he sent me a text saying, "I really can't get over this new haircut. I don't like it, and I don't feel attraction anymore.
Wow.
I think we should stop seeing each other. Best of luck."
That's pretty wild to just dump someone over their haircut.
I
I just feel like hair grows.
Yeah.
But he obviously just like sucks as a person.
And it sounds like he's probably got like, this is my type, or this is my kink, or whatever it is. And he's like, if it ever deviates from that, then like I'm lost.
I also feel like I've gone super long to super short many times. And I feel like
Congrats.
it is a what?
I said congrats.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thanks. That's what I was looking for, actually. End of story. No. But I feel like it's always shocking. You know? Like, you always have that moment where you're kind of like, oh, but then you get used to it. Like, even if somebody else does that, you're kind of like, oh, that's crazy, you changed your hair. But, like, you just get used to it.
I mean, it's like just like changing outfits, you know? You're like, this is my new style. I don't wear jackets
Every
anymore.
morning, you wear a different outfit, Gabe. You're like, who am I? What?
You get spooked by your own reflection.
No, this is different. I was sort of shocked he dumped me over something so superficial, but I guess I really dodged a bullet since I didn't waste any more time with a guy who dumped me for changing my own hairstyle. Yeah, good riddance. What a loser. That is it for Delve Deck Stories. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you can like, subscribe, and check out some of our other videos. And if you have a story you would like to share with us, you can go to share.delvedeck.com and we might read it on an episode.